It's Bourbon Tonight. Welcome everyone. Hello, I'm your host, Tim Bourbons, if you will, because that's what the card said. I had a little plan. I don't think it's going to exactly work out, but you know. So if you don't know why it's just me, Sara got the COVID, as people will tend to do when this thing's been going on for a couple years. We were in New York the weekend before, and it was actually our plan for this live to be kind of like the recap of it. We're going to tell you what we did, and because we went to some distilleries, we visited a barrel that we have resting at Penelope and tapped into that and tasted it, and we bought some local New York bourbon, and but Sara got sick, probably up there. I've been tested. I am negative. I guess I could still get it, but we'll see. So, tonight is gonna be a little different because I don't have anyone to bounce anything off of. So hopefully we'll just leave that to you guys. So feel free to chime in if you like. I have a loose plan of what to do. We're going to be revisiting some things that sort of got me into bourbon. Some things that were my favorite back then, 2015, 2016. I mean, I really didn't know until 2016 when the show started, because that's when we started doing blind flights, and then things became apparent. Things that I thought I didn't like turned out I did like, and so on and so forth. So I kind of pulled some things to start with, and we will be having, I just got confirmation. Oh, hold on. Yes, we will be having a guest joining us later to help me speak normally, because I'm not used to just being by myself. Excuse me. See, that seems awkward. I don't know how the solo whiskey tubers do it. All these awkward silences. When I was taking a drink, Sara would have been something. Saying something, Sara would have been something. But welcome in everyone here in the chat. See a lot of the regulars here. Sara's not here to get on me for attempting to say hi to everyone, but I'm going to act like she's right here and saying, you shouldn't do that. I don't know why she sounds like Marge Simpson, but there we go. I'm going to take one of these earbuds out so I can hear myself better. So, if you guys remember, back in old 2016, when we did our first episode, it was 50 bourbons under $25, and the 15 blind flights up to that episode were not shown. Our first episode was the 16th and the finals of those 50, and I can't remember what all was in it, but I know it won. And it's been over 5 years, so I think we're out of spoiler territory. I chose Jim Beam Choice. Choice was my choice. So this made it through all the rounds. I guess it would have made it through 3 blind flights and came out as my winner. Now, Jim Beam Choice is not made anymore. This is still an 80 proof product, which just now boggles my mind. Like there was Wild Turkey 101 in this flight, right? But, you know, that's over 5 years ago, Chad. And also that's blind flights for you, right? I don't think it would happen the same way if we did this today. But I didn't have one opened. When I heard that they were discontinuing this, I went out and grabbed like a box of them. So I'm going to open up one of these because let's be honest, it's not like it's something that I'm, then I was thinking, oh, I want to drink this. I want to drink this often. But as I said, it's 80 proof. Now, it is 5 years. That's really about the only difference between this and the regular old Jim Beam white label. I mean, they could be doing it in a smaller batch with better barrels, taken from more choice spots of the warehouse, but I don't know. Well, maybe this one was opened. I didn't hear a crack, crack, crack. I guess maybe it was. So, I don't know if you guys have any... Oh, it's so light. If you guys have any 80 proof things that you want to sip on if you're trying to kind of join me here, but I mean, even old Jim Beam white label would work in this case, right? So there we go. To your health. Cheers to you. That's right. There's 140 of you all in here to bounce ideas off of. So Bourbon does it by embracing the awkwardness. So I guess that's what I just need to do. Embrace the awkwardness. Yeah. We will be having a guest host in here shortly. You know, it is Memorial Day weekend, so lots of people are off doing things. Glad that you are joining me, of course. You know, it ain't bad. And this is my first bourbon of the day. I've been doing like yard work today, so you know, bourbon wasn't really on my radar. Plus, I knew that there'd be live tonight, so I'm like, I'm gonna be drinking tonight. So it is my first bourbon of the evening. And I guess if you're gonna drink 80 proof bourbon, you might as well do it the first thing. But you know what? This ain't bad. I mean, dare I say, it doesn't have like the typical Jim Beaminess of like the 4-year-old. I'm gonna look at some chats here. Sorry. Nick is drinking some 101. Nice. And I thought I saw someone ask. Oh yeah, David said, "Have you tried the 8-year Jim Beam Black?" Tell me I got it down. Sorry, that was like a Jack Sparrow moment there. But why is the 8-year gone? Yeah, I moved it, but I didn't get it down. So excuse me. Alright. Yeah. Got a little 200 mil. Got some fifths of it as well, but I thought, I got this little 200 mil. Open that up. Maybe I can do a nice little comparison. But we got our first super chats of the evening. Speaking of Nick, you were the one who asked that, right? The same Nick? Who has the time to scroll up and look? But Nick with a super chat saying, "Cheers to Sara, who is half of Whisky Ambitions." That's right. And speaking of that, if you ordered a custom candle, that pipeline, supply issues, right? Supply chain issues. That is going to be delayed a little bit. Half of Whisky Ambitions is out of commission right now, so it'll be just me. But I am filling orders and getting them out. Love to see t-shirt orders because those are very easy. But and I guess the post office won't be operating tomorrow because it's a holiday. So we'll be getting some things out on Tuesday. Not to say that your custom candle orders will go out on Tuesday, but this week I do believe. James Wolverton in the chat here with a super chat. Thank you, James. Best wishes to Sara. Hope she feels better soon. Enjoying Chad solo. Doing fine, my man. Thank you, James. I needed that. I appreciate that. And from Brian Harrington saying, "You're doing well, Chad." Well, thank you. I strive to be medium well. Just like my steaks. Grab another one. Here, okay. I'll do this. This will be my Jim Beam choice. And this will be my Jim Beam Black. 5 years, 8 years, 86 proof, 80 proof. So this, in theory, should knock my socks off, since I'm still just in 80 proof land. And this is an uncorking. It's an unscrewing. Jim Beam Black, back when it was age stated, double aged, 8 years. Now it just says extra age. Who knows how long that is? I like this from Steve. Chad, it's time to let the impersonations and media references fly. No Sara to cut you off. I know, I am untethered, but I kind of feel like, well, maybe our friend here, Bourbon, will help. But at the moment, I'm like, I want to be good. Good for Sara. Like, you know how sometimes you want to be better when they're not here? Because when they are here, we'll just roll our eyes and like that, and you get a little rise out of them. But she's not here to do that. She's resting. Michelle Martin with a super chat. Cheers, Chad. We're here to support you and sending best wishes to Sara for a quick recovery. Well, I appreciate that, Michelle. And to all of you, I guess I have to do this. I'll do it with the Jim Beam Black. Okay, Bill, cheers. Oh, that was weak. Well, that one much better. I'm scared of blowing out the headphone users. Yes. Oh, that is markedly better. Scott, that cowbell was also for you and for Sean coming up here. Super chat from Scott saying, Sarah's not here. Let's hear that air horn. There we go. Good idea. Good idea, Scott. Thank you for that. And Sean, get better soon, Sarah. This could be interesting leaving chat unsupervised. Yeah, no kidding. We will see what happens. Oh, good. Clifton's going to be doing the eye rolls for Sarah. Thank you. Thank you. 80 proof 5-year, 8-year, 86 proof. That's a lot of numbers. Am I blown away? I mean, definitely more oak. Obviously proof. Proof is on this one. Oakier though. Bleh. Where'd you come from? Oakier. Age. Missing a what? This I feel like this has like a little fruitiness or something. Yeah, Choice has like this fruity sort of note, which you don't normally get with Beam. Neither one are necessarily nutty. I feel like our tolerance for nuttiness in Beam has moved up to, you know, like you're starting at your 100 proof with like your Knob Creek and stuff, and these little 80 and 86 proofers. It gets kind of hard to, you know, blind recognize that these might be Beam products. I'll tell you one thing, I'm definitely going to drink more than normal because I'm just nervous and I'm like, bop, 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 bop. Speaking juice. I gotta say, this little Jim Beam Choice is holding in there with this also now discontinued 8-year aged Jim Beam Black. Now it's just extra aged. Good job, little Choice. I'm not sad that I picked you in 2016 as my blind favorite under $50. It is what it is. Maybe I kind of wish it was Wild Turkey 101 now, but I think that came in second for me. Behind an 80 proofer. Who can tell? But that was just baby Chad, you know, just learning how to walk. So, who knows? I like it. I like it. So, what's going on, everybody? I do have a little bit of housekeeping. So, if you remember last live we're doing the giveaway for Bourbon on the Banks tickets. If you are in one of the states that has not been represented attending Bourbon on the Banks yet, since Sarah's not here and she does that back end stuff there, we are punting that to the next live, which will hopefully be next Sunday, as planned. So we will announce the winner of the last one and announce the new state that we will be giving free tickets for Bourbon on the Banks, which will be there. We'll be set up. So. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? This has never been done before in the history of bourbon. Jim Beam Choice and 8-year age stated Jim Beam Black. This may be the new hit of the summer. Yep. It's amazing. Takes the best of both of these. The sort of age and oakiness of this Jim Beam Black and sort of the fruity notes of this Choice. Boom. This is a winner. Question here from Don. Saying, did you hear the Heaven Hill 6-year green label is gone forever? Is that true? I have heard that. I heard later that it was only the handles, the 175s, that are officially going away. And speaking of, I've got one right here on the table because this was one of my early favorites. Do I know if that's true or if they are really going away? I don't know. Don't know. This was Kentucky only, I believe. So, and I have, speaking of, some Virgin Bourbon 101, which we cannot get here. In the Carolinas is where I think you can only get that. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we have our guest in the green room at the moment. So, oh, this is still on screen. See, this is what happens when I don't have Sarah here. Ladies and gentlemen, you may know this isn't live, right? Take two. Ladies and gentlemen, you may know my first guest from his bourbon YouTube channel that he started over a year ago, or if you've been watching IBN live for a while, you may first have met him as a regular viewer and then on to one of the first moderators. Please welcome to the program, T-Rev Wilson. Come on in. There you are.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can they hear you?
I just need to know if everyone can hear me because it asked me which microphone I wanted to use, and my computer just said microphone. So I don't know which one is which.
I mean, we can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah,
well,
they're saying
that's all that matters.
Well, which mic are you trying to talk out of? That one?
This one right in front of me.
Yeah, that's the one you are. That's the one you are connected to. All right. So did I pronounce your name right? Trevrar, is that correct? Trevrar Wilson?
Close enough. T-Rev definitely comes out at the end of your live stream, but I promise we will get there.
Okay, good. And it says here that you started a YouTube channel called The Bourbon Stench. Is that correct?
Actually, yes. Everyone dubbed me the Bourbon Wrench, but I was going for the Bourbon Stench just by how sweaty I was all of the time.
Okay,
so
makes
nervous.
Sense. Bourbon Wrench. To get that nickname, I guess you're a plumber, I would imagine?
Absolutely. That's what I do for a living. I unclog drains. It's great.
Well, it makes sense. Before I brought you in, you bend over and there was a lot of crack. So, well, welcome to the show. We're glad to have you, Trevor.
You didn't have to tell people about that photo, Chad.
Well,
you didn't have to go there.
I hold nothing back from the audience. So
you just let them have it all. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to see if I can put you on the left of the screen so you're closer to the camera lens. How about that?
I like that better, too.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for joining me so I'm not alone here. I can have someone to talk to besides the chat. The chat can't really talk back. They can only type back, but I do appreciate the comments. And also for joining us here on a weekend, a special weekend. You were doing your sort of Memorial Day live that I hopped into Friday. That was Friday, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So thank you for taking time out of this important weekend. And thank you for serving, Trev.
Well, for one, I appreciate you for even inviting me to this. Just finished whipping my entire family. Literally 2 minutes before this live stream,
Do you want to finish that sentence? When we last heard, whipping your family. Go on.
No, that was it. No. We had an intense family game of cornhole. Absolute destruction. And I said, you know what? I got to go live stream with Chad. And after this pure destruction, I don't even want a round two. So I came in here.
So for our viewers who are not in the South, cornhole is where you throw husks of corn at people's heads, correct?
Yes. So I know other people might call it bago. That's not what we're talking about. It's actual husks of corn that you throw.
Okay.
Into a hole that you dig in the ground. There's no boards.
Is bago similar to sacco?
You know what, Chad? I've never even heard of that degenerate of a game. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow. Okay. Thought maybe
cornhole, bago. Like, I don't call it bago. I think that's a very wrong term, but it's the same premise, I guess.
Well, obviously it's very wrong.
Bags. Some people say bags. Yeah, I guess.
Bags?
Bags.
Maybe up in the north.
We're playing bags.
What do you guys play it? Or what do you guys call it? Ugh.
Same thing, I guess.
Well, I don't know if you heard sort of the theme, what's been going on here, and of course we can always pivot. Please let us pivot. But I was sort of, as a suggestion from one of our patrons, kind of revisiting some of my early favorites, which have changed quite a bit. Have you ever experienced Jim Beam Choice, Trev?
No, Jim Beam Choice. In fact, that's funny that you even said that, because I remember that was in your earliest blind flight video. I think that was either your winner or in your top choice.
It was the winner, yeah.
And Sarah's winner, though, is about to be the bottle that I'm going to grab, because
grab it. Yeah.
She mentioned that bottle, and I'm like, well, I'll go and look for Chad's winner. Couldn't find it. Didn't exist. But what I could find...
Yeah, they may have even been discontinuing it at the time of that episode,
Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna do you one better, Chad.
Uh-oh. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll check with Justin's House of Bourbon, and as long as Jim Beam Choice isn't going for a crazy amount of money, I will get you a bottle of Jim Beam Choice. How about that? But if it's worth money, screw you.
Okay.
Evan Williams, 1783, the old 86 proof original ugly bottle.
I was about to grab the new one, but we're talking early times of our bourbon journey. I watched that video, and she talked about how this was her favorite. And when I was just getting into bourbon, I had no idea. Like, I didn't know anything about bourbon. I wanted to try whatever was, the best value. And this is the one I landed on.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's been my favorite. It's been one of my favorite budget pours ever since.
Absolutely. I can actually go grab that. Let me see.
I will say this
entertain the audience, Trev.
I'll entertain the audience. This bottle, the old labeling is pretty pathetic. It's literally a clear sticker that is just placed on this bottle. But if anyone, fun fact, if you guys can tell me the exact date that video was released where this was dubbed number one, Chad and I must do something terrible.
I don't know about that.
I'll do something terrible.
Okay, you'll do something terrible. I don't know why, but my Bluetooth just disconnected. It did the pick-a-doo. Does yours do that when it disconnects? So you're actually coming through the speakers. I hope it's not causing an echo.
No, it's probably me because my camera.
I'm back.
I think I turned it down a little bit to where we shouldn't get as much of an echo.
Oh, you're fine. I don't think we'll get an echo unless you're coming out of my speaker and my microphone is picking up your voice from the speaker. But I got it connected again, so.
Usually, some of the other ones have a. See, this one doesn't really have it where they have a echo is worse. No echo now, so we're good. I just turned it down.
Oh, okay.
There's usually an echo or like a noise cancellation feature on some of the other softwares that kind of
there is
my speakers, but I think we're good.
I don't like it. It sort of turns down the presence, and I must have presence.
We gotta let people know we're here.
Gotta let them know we're here. We're live. We're in it. We're in it. Trev, did you bring a clip?
Did I bring a what?
Did you bring a clip? And would you like to set up the clip?
A clip?
Mm-hmm.
Of what?
Of your new movie. Of your YouTube show.
Oh my!
This is a press junket. You didn't bring a clip?
I didn't bring a clip. I didn't know I was supposed to.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Well, I guess I can play a clip.
Oh my gosh. No.
Great clip. Great clip. So you also have the murder thing going on. What is it with them? They just will eventually murder us all.
You know what? Hold on. Someone said they didn't hear it.
Oh, was there no audio? Dang. It
Sean
doesn't
said
route
no
through?
audio.
Well, that's crappy. Well, it's your fault for not bringing a clip.
Gosh dang it! I didn't know I was supposed to bring a murder clip.
Mrs. Wrench said that she loves murder. We're talking about movies that you guys just watched. I almost said Candyland. Candyman, I guess.
Yeah.
And she was saying she loves murder.
She loves the murder. She loves the, I don't know, crime shows, crime solving, whatever. She thinks she could solve all murders is basically what we're dealing with.
We're gonna have to solve yours when she does it. When she knocks you off.
You should be worried for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because she is so into this, and then she knows, she's like, I would have never done that. I would have never done it that way.
Here's how you do it and get away with it.
If I disappear, everyone please. Sarah did it. Yeah. And not Chad Sarah. My Sarah did it.
Well, maybe. Let's not count her out. She also loves the murder.
She is kind of, I wouldn't put it past her.
But she loves you. She loves you, though. So let's just say if I turn up, if I wake up dead.
But don't serial killers have an obsession? Like, they don't just do random, it's all premeditated, you know?
Well, if Sarah were here, she'd be saying, yeah, okay, let's look at all the previous serial killers. White male. You know, where are the women? And I'm saying it's because they're all waiting and studying and taking notes, How to Get Away with Murder, that show, and all the Netflix documentaries and everything else. And then it's just going to be a flood.
So what you're saying is they are the perfect serial killer because they've already gotten away with it.
Who would expect them? Or suspect them? Or expect them? Well, I wasn't expecting you. Die!
I think we're digging ourselves into a hole. I think we are now putting a target on us.
Yeah.
We're on to them.
Yeah. We're on to you. We're on to you, folks. We're on to all the Sarahs.
I can see her right now, and she's looking pretty shady out there.
Oh, see something, say something. What you just did, please so I appreciate it.
Send help.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Now, if you do wake up dead tomorrow, then that's just bad timing on her part, because now the internet knows. Oh, did you see Zoe? Todd just said,
she's been lurking,
hi, Zoe.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah, she's a little lurker. So let's talk about this.
I was going to ask you what you think about this, Chad. About the old versus the new.
Oh, new all the way. Those 4 proof points from 86 to 90, I feel like just reinvented this whiskey. And also, it's a much prettier bottle in the new bottle. And the price didn't go up, but like $3. So I'm all
literally
in
has gone up hardly anything. I think it almost seems, though, that it's more than just the proof that they changed, to me. Unless the proof changed it that much. Like, they are totally different.
Well, so when I started the show, I was drinking that Jim Beam Choice, and then I also have this little 200 ml of the black, which is 8 years, back when it was 8 years age stated, and it's 86 proof. And yeah, I was also going up 3 years in age, but just those 6 points in proof was a huge difference. I know 4 points isn't as much, but I think proof does wonders. Because before, I would say bourbon starts at 86 proof for me,
Yeah.
Don't really dig any of the 80s, but I might be eating those words because this little guy, little champion.
I mean,
I don't know.
shoot, I almost couldn't even tell you a single bottle that I owned that's under 86 that I even care to drink. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it's just kind of there and it's whatever. I don't know. I'll never drink
We've got them. Of course, every time Basil Hayden puts out a thing, we buy it because of the show. It's not like we would be running out to get a Basil Hayden, especially when it's going to be like 50 or 60 bucks. But we get it because of the show. I haven't had that. Oh, what's that new one? Touch of smoke, or touch of oak, or touch of gray. Basil Hayden, touch of gray.
My local liquor store actually offered me that the other day, and
you should have taken it.
The guy tried to sell it to me though, as if it was like something special coming out. He's like, "Hey, we got something really good in the back. My boss said I could sell it to you." And I'm like, "Oh, baby, we about to get something good." And he's like, it's that new Basil Hayden, touch of smoke." And I'm like, "You can go ahead and touch yourself on the way out of here."
Weird comeback, but okay. You know
what? It worked.
Dutch
he
yourself.
Left. He hasn't talked to me since.
Oh. Well, if they still have it for a reasonable price, go get it and send it to me, and I'll pay you because.
Have you tried it?
Nothing here. It's not for. You can't find it. Cannot find it.
I'll go see what I can do. I mean, I'm pretty sure I burned all bridges with that mean burn of a comeback.
You shouldn't have told him to go touch himself.
He didn't seem too upset, but
he was like, "Yes, I'm on my break."
All I needed was someone to tell me.
He was like, everyone heard him. He said it. Be back in 10.
I mean, what is, though, the touch of smoke? Like, what is the smoke? Did they use some peat or something? Like, what's up with that?
I honestly have not looked into it. I've only heard about it, and I thought, well, if I get a bottle, I'll look into it, because I'm sure we'll do it on live or whatever. But, yeah. Besides the regular Basil Hayden, it took us, 6 months after, what was that new stupid one?
The new stupid one?
Basil Hayden, I'm looking at it, but I can't see all the label. Toast.
The toasted, okay.
It took 6 months afterwards for that to be in our area, to where it's not even a topic anymore. But, I mean, we still got a bottle, and we'll do it here, but it's who's texting me? Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
But we were talking about 80 proofs, right?
I've never bought a Basil Hayden, and I don't know if it's just one of those things when I was getting into it, so many people were like, "Dude, do not buy this bottle," and I just kind of passed them by. But I'm sorry, at this point in time, there's no way for the price point versus what else is out there for less money would I ever even consider buying one. I mean, especially, it's not an argument to me.
Totally.
I just couldn't see it happening.
I mean, you're talking about how tastes have changed. Before we even started It's Bourbon Night, when we're just sort of getting the set ready, I cut those 5 bottles that are, hanging back there, and one of them is a Basil Hayden, because at the time I was like, oh, this will make a pretty hanging light. But now I'm like, that is not representative of our taste or even the proof that we're drinking. So, but it's history now. So what am I going to do? Replace them? I mean, I could. I'm not, because I'm lazy, but it's also history. I'm going to blame it on history, It's history.
Man, I'm going to go to my grave and say this. This bottle is so much better than the old one. That's crazy.
Yes. I mean, I don't think that's a controversial statement, Trev. I haven't heard anyone who's like, nah, this one's better.
But I know what I'm saying though. I think a lot of people pass this bottle by. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, sure.
I
You
think
have those
maybe they
people
go
who,
for like the bottled in bond or something,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
just don't even give this one the light of day.
No, I think some people think unless a bourbon is $30 or over, they're not going to waste their time with it. If it's under 30, it's obviously not good, which is so not true. There's some diamonds in the rough, and that 90 proof one there is one of them. I always liked this 90 proofer. I like the old bottled and bond better, but this guy. Hey, do
Now,
you
were
have one of
those
these?
were those choices though? Like, or
This isn't
that's the Heaven
choice.
Hill.
That's the Heaven Hill 90.
But
Yeah.
wasn't that like weren't those kind of Kentucky only things?
Yeah, but you've been to Kentucky.
No,
Aren't you
I've
picking
never
one of
had
these
that.
up?
Never tried it. Now I
Well,
think now
as
from
they've
what I
said,
can
it's
remember though,
disappeared.
you and I think we went to that bar one time in Lexington and they had a Heaven Hill 6 year when it was still 6 year
That's
labeled.
yeah, that's the bottled and bond. I mean, this one's
That's
6 year. This one's 6 year age stated.
But that was, I think that was the time when that was, remember, it was like transitioning from, they were like, hey, we're taking this off the shelves.
That's the bottled and bond. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the white
That's,
label bottled
okay,
and
that's
bond.
that's the one I've tried.
Yeah.
I've never tried anything green.
Okay. Well, you need to get over
Kentucky.
that. Get over that. Whatever you call it. Words? See, this is where Sarah jumps in, and she tells me my words. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Here we go. Everybody, this is where you can see where Sarah, what Sarah brings to the table.
Yeah.
Words.
Yeah. It's sort of like you're getting a sprinter, but you're just getting one of the legs. It's not both. You ever done this? It looks like
Come
you're
here.
running real fast when you're in a car.
Come say bye.
Mom, you want me to leave with Dad?
Yeah, come here. It's Mama Wrench, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Mama Wrench.
How are you?
How are you? I'm fantastic.
Look at his wall. That looks good.
It looks good. Yeah, it's probably half as good as mine, but whatever.
Dad's, you want me to go with Dad? Dad's leaving.
It doesn't
He
matter.
He said
It doesn't
I was picking me up. Are you going to stay in here a while?
Yeah, I'll stay in here for a while.
Okay, let me grab Dad.
Gotta love Memorial Day weekend.
Yes. Brian Bernicke, taking Sarah's role here for a second. I think you're looking for phobia there, Chad. Yeah, phobia would have worked. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Brian. Yes. So another one kind of going along with this theme, and I want to see if you have it, Trev.
Okay.
One of my favorite bourbons, and I was so proud of this back then because it was sort of off the rate. It was like a hipster. It was like, oh, I like. Most people haven't heard of this one, but it's Johnny Drum 100 proof. Now this is back then. Okay. 2016.
I do not have that bottle, but I think I would agree with you when hearing people kind of saying, like, this
Back
is
then.
kind of the, I don't know. I don't know if I would say it underrated, but more of a bottle that's like no one has heard of bottle.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get it here at all.
Well, don't be too sad about that because it has changed.
Okay. Thank goodness.
Well, okay, so, back in the day before I was buying it, it was a 15-year age statement. Then that went away.
Really? For the
Nowadays-
same price, though?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, probably. Probably. It's sourced. This is Willet, but obviously it's sourced. It might not be sourced anymore. They've changed the bottle. It's a little taller, and I think the neck's a little taller, and they've gone away from the screw top, and it's now a cork. So if you see one like that, but back in the day, and this is an older one. This one's been open for a while, but this was my jam. And back when OBC Kitchen, Lexington, Kentucky, was
Highly recommend.
highly recommend. First opening up, they brought in this bartender mixologist guy from another state. I can't remember where he's from, but he was sort of a big deal. And I was talking to him, and I was like, "What's your favorite bourbon? Your utility bourbon? I'm not talking anything crazy, but just kind of your favorite utility." And he was like, "Man, honestly, I really love Johnny Drum 101 proof." And I was like, I was vindicated because I was like, "Me too, man, me too." Now this would have been
No one's heard of this.
This would have been 2015, late 15, early 16, before the show even. And it has changed, and I sort of, in my opinion, saw it sort of going down in quality. But of course, people's palates change, tastes change. But in my mind, it was kind of going down. And now it just does not taste the same to me. But like I said, I don't know when exactly this is from, nor do I know how to tell. Oh, they make it so hard. I don't know. 42, 23, 279, 16, 17, 25. I don't know.
That's from
Could
2016. Guaranteed.
Sure. We'll say that.
I mean, it said 16. It's gotta be.
Gotta be, right? I mean,
Science.
and then this is one that Sarah and I always differed on. She never liked it. But I think it's because this is pretty damn oaky. And her oak threshold is lower than mine. And it is oaky. Woo!
And you said that's... Did you say that's sourced
It is.
from Willet or by Willet?
By Willet.
So
By Willet.
where are they sourcing that from?
Undisclosed. Probably a mile down the road at Heaven Hill, if I had to guess.
That's what's weird to me. That's very interesting to think about.
Yeah. See, here's the one and only good thing about not having Sarah here is it'll focus because there's only one face to cover up.
Yeah,
Normally when I do that, it's still focused on Sarah, and I'm like, cover your face.
Well, the camera keeps trying to. No, we're gonna focus on what looks better. We don't need to see Chad.
Right, exactly. It focuses on the Sarahs. Am I right?
Yes, that's why I'm not bringing Sarah in here because you wouldn't see me.
Yeah, we gotta pull focus here. This actually is not bad. This is pretty solid. Next time you're in town, when is that going to be, by the way? I'll give you a pour of this.
I keep thinking it's Sarah barging in the door. It's my dog. Go away. Go get Mom.
Weird thing to mix up.
Go. Well, I just hear the door just slam open. I think it's hers
Okay.
trying to say hello. Next month.
Next month?
Sometime in June. You know what we need to do?
What's that?
We need to do the same live stream, but in person.
Can we just replay this one? That'd be a lot easier.
No, not doing that.
Okay.
In person, in the flesh. I will pour you a blind from your entire collection behind you.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Unfeathered
I just want to
access
see you squirm.
The bottles.
I'm pretty much going to be like a Sith Lord, taking your bottles and just making the worst blend possible.
Oh, God.
Not blend. I'm not going to be blending you, blinding you.
Right. This has a little peppermint note on the nose, too, which is weird.
See, that's why I ask, like, where do they source that from? Because I'm pretty sure I've tried Johnny Drum. Like when I went to Willet, they had the little blind tasting, and everything I tasted just didn't taste like anything I've ever had before.
Well, when was this?
Hi.
Love you.
Love you.
That was 2018 or 2019. When you guys did your in-person blind flight video.
Right.
Like we did everyone drank a blind flight.
Yeah, at the
Old Rippy.
The Rippy Mansion. That's right.
Yep.
I unfortunately lost the audio to that, so that thing never saw the light of day. As far as
I'm going to
video.
tell you right now, that was so fun, but that freaking place was so hot.
Yeah, they don't have AC.
Zero
They had
AC in the middle of July.
Fans blowing. We have a super chat from Joey Tony Bag of Donuts, who I just saw yesterday at This Is My Bourbon Podcast meetup there. Perry and Eric, Whiskey Mutant, and also had Jason C. from Mash and Drum up there, and the Shelf Turds, aka the whiskeychannel.com. Saw lots of you all in the chat right now, actually, yesterday. Hello. But hey guys, no whiskey for me tonight. Had a long weekend. You had a long weekend last night. Wow, a whole weekend in a night, Joey Tony.
That's how you
great
know
to see
it
you,
was
Chad.
good time.
Yeah, miss you, Sarah. Get well soon. Thank you, Joey Tony Chocoloni. Bag of Donuts, 78. I am going to Johnny Drum. Cheers, you.
Well, you know,
Nice.
I'm seeing a bunch of comments who so Nick Foles says that the new Johnny Drum tastes like hay, dill, and pepper. They changed for sure, just like Noah's Mill did. I think Noah's Mill is something
first.
else that you've talked about in the past.
Absolutely.
But
I've got a bottle.
I've never seen the before and after.
There it is. This one is really good. It's like peanut butter, silky, delicious. This one, nothing like it. Nothing. And that was because we had a bottle, had the number on the label, and a buddy of ours in Florida, he was like, give me that number because we've got a lot of Noah's Mill down here. He found the number from that bottle, from our original one that we had drained, that we loved. He found the same number and brought it to us. And I was like, yep, there it is. There it is. And,
But
they're a batch product.
It makes me wonder, though, because so Gene Nassif, freaking, gosh dang it, Gene, I just want to hug you.
Gosh dang it.
Gene says, I think they sourced mostly Heaven Hill, Brown Foreman, and a bit of Beam. Do you think that each of them could be different?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
like maybe the older one was maybe more of one, and then the newer ones are more of another?
Yes. I don't want to say evil truth, but the truth about sourcing is you have no responsibility to keep sourcing from the same place. You can, for this lot, do this. If you get a better deal over here or whatever the reason is, you can change to this. I mean, there's nothing.
Throw it in the same bottle.
Yeah, because, Willet Pot Still changed their mash bill to wheated, right? I think that's correct. We tried them. There's like the gold UPC printed on there, and then there's the no gold UPC. Completely different ball games. So if you can do that of an extreme, yeah, you can change.
But
if you're sourcing,
I don't think that's even and that's probably why I'm not doing this myself and freaking sourcing bottles of bourbon, because to me that's like not even morally correct. I would. That's
the reason why you're not sourcing. That's the only. That's the only reason you're not sourcing.
The only reason, because I love morals. No,
because you
I
have.
Just meant I couldn't do it because I'm so.
Right.
I would be so morally bound to. I want people to keep getting the same tasting product, and if we had to switch products or switch, companies, it's not going to taste the same. Therefore, I wouldn't want to put it in the same bottle.
We've told this story a lot of times before, but we feel like New Riff did it the right way, or the way that, at least the way that we appreciate. They had OKI, which was MGP sourced, as New Riff was aging to 4 years old. And then when New Riff came out, they discontinued OKI, and they said, here, this is our stuff. It's called New Riff.
Yep.
So instead of, changing streams and putting something else in the bottle and calling it the same thing, they're like, no, this was sourced, and we're open about that. Now here's our own stuff. It's bottled and bond. It's 4 years old. It's 100 proof. Here you go.
And
beautiful.
I am a total advocate for stuff like that because you can't be sourcing. There's no way that you can source something for years from someone, and then when your stuff is finally ready, there's no way it's going to taste the same, no matter how hard you try. So you might as well just come up with your own label.
Exactly. This focus is hating me right now. There we go.
There you go. It needed the sound effects.
Yeah, it often does. So this is Johnny Drum Green Label, which is an 80 proof. And since I started the stream with an 80 proofer, I thought that's why I pulled this one.
Can I ask you something? Because I've noticed a trend.
Boxer briefs. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even need
Oh, was it a different question?
Nope, that's exactly what I was... No! You got
You can ask the
Evan
second
Williams Green Label, 80 proof. You got Heaven Hill Green Label, 80 proof. Now you got... Wait, was that 80 proof?
Johnny Drum. Yes.
Johnny Drum. But then this one's 80 proof. Like, what's up with the green label of these being 80 proof? Is that an old trend?
Maybe. And the funny thing about Evan Williams Green Label, not sold in Kentucky. We have a bottle, but we had to get it in Tennessee.
Interesting.
And then also rye. All ryes are green labels.
All green.
Yeah, I don't know. I cannot help you there. This is okay.
I think it's a matter of one person trying to compete with someone else who is a little bit more successful, and they're like, "Well, we're just going to do what they do. Their label is green. We're green."
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Totally. Totally. Actually, this isn't bad for an 80 proofer. It almost tastes a little vintagey, and this. I think this got discontinued a while ago. This is probably from like 2015, if I had to guess. And then they had a black label.
That just looks old, dude.
Yeah. Well, if you all saw our 6+ years of not throwing away bottles, I think I showed the black label of this, which was the 86 proof, which was an empty. I have one, but it's over here on the safe shelf because it's unopened. It's the only one left in existence. So I'm like...
You heard it here, folks. You know exactly where I'm pulling Chad's blind.
You cannot touch unopened bottles.
I would never do that. Unless...
Jeez. Unless...
Unless...
Do you have?
I'm not that sadistic of a person, Chad.
Man, I mean, isn't that like a breaking of the pirate code? I mean, that's like opening someone else's unopened bourbon bottle that they've obviously been,
Could you imagine?
saving.
No one would do that. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't care if it's a cheap bottle. If it's unopened for a reason, don't touch it.
Right.
Talk to me first. At least.
All right, so this... D Jonesy 30. You want to talk serial killer shit? Saving 6 years of empties? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Chad, I kind of thought that when I watched that video too.
That's where we save our skin flakes and cut off fingernails.
No. D Jonesy, Chad might have this. There might be a screw a little bit, I wouldn't say loose, but maybe in the wrong placement in Chad's brain. He chose to save 6 years worth of empties, whereas some other people choose to skin you alive. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's good.
Mine's
He's
harmless.
safe.
I might be a little...
He's harmless.
I might be a little...
He makes candles.
What's the guy's name? Hughes. Letting my fingernails grow out and wearing empty tissue boxes on my feet as shoes. I can't think of his first name. The plain guy. The Spruce Goose. The chat will know. The chat will tell me. The chat always knows. The chat is very intelligent.
Talk to me, Goose. It's something Goose.
Well, it's a Spruce Goose. Spruce Moose.
Howard Hughes?
Howard Hughes. Thank you. There you go. Howard Hughes. Yeah. Learn some history, Trav. Come on.
I don't learn about people who wear boxes on their feet and
He was
touch
very
people with their
famous.
fingernails. That's
He
creepy.
made like isn't The Aviator with Leonardo DiCaprio, isn't that based on Howard Hughes? He made like the world's largest plane, and it was too heavy to even get off the ground into the
So
air.
therefore, it's not even a plane.
It's just a big boat.
It's a big boat.
Yeah.
Here's my next classic, by the way.
Oh, a little double oak.
No, regular Woodford.
Oh, regular Woodford. Hot Toddy, who
Regular
I saw
old
yesterday
Woodford Reserve, I think,
as well.
is just. I don't think there's anything wrong with this bottle, and I think it's a dang shame that people pass it by.
I have my opinion on that.
What do you
So Hot Toddy says it rubs the lotion on the skin and hits the like button, where it gets the hose again, which is very true.
You're getting
My-
hose regardless, so you better hit the like.
I can't. Well, I can say this on air, but we choose not to. Would you F me? I'd F me. Anyway, that's the cleaned up version for the family show that we put on here about alcohol.
Let the mind wander.
Let the mind, theater of the mind. Brian in the super chat saying IBN, the bourbon bottle hoarders. Yes. Show coming soon on A&E. Thank you, Brian. And everyone else since I've done this last.
Now, tell me this, Chad. Though,
Yeah.
just while we're on the topic of the bottles, were you for 6 years planning on doing that, or did you just keep hoarding them and you're like, what can we do with these?
Okay, obviously Trev hasn't watched the episode. I'm hurt.
I did watch the whole video, but I need more because I wasn't satisfied.
It was said in the video. Ugh, you didn't pay attention.
You're
You
telling
didn't
me
take
6
notes.
years ago you were like, I
No,
know what
so-
I'm doing with all. Like, did you ever
Uh-uh.
hang? I think you. What I'm saying is, there are some bottles that I would say like, do I really need to hold on to this? Like, I could afford throwing this one away.
I never asked myself that question.
That's what I'm getting at.
Well, not true. So, if I had one, so pre-channel, if I had that Four Roses yellow label, 80 proof.
See, that one's different to me.
Well, it's different. Yeah, it's different. That's why I kept it. But if I had another one of it, and I already had the empty, I'd be like, I can throw this one away. I have that one already.
Okay.
Now, when the channel started, I was like, I don't know. Some genius in me is telling me we should save these. I have a
Save
prediction.
all of them.
Save your empties. And then I predicted the lottery numbers, and they were wrong. Yeah, once we started the channel, I was like, I don't know, we should. We're gonna do. I think it was when I first got the bottle scorer, right? So you score the bottle, then you heat and cool it. That's how I made the pendants, right? Mm-hmm. So I would take like a heat gun to it. I had an old record player. I would put it in the middle of the record player. I would turn it on so the bottle was rotating, and I would shoot this heat gun at it for 2 minutes, and then I would dump it in a bucket of ice water. And then if it didn't separate, I'd dry it off, put it back, heat it again, dump it in, until finally it separated. And that's how I made those 5 bottles that are the hanging lights. And I think when I did that, I was like, oh, these are pretty cool. People probably like these. I mean, right off the bat, people are asking, like, where'd you get those lights? I was like, I made them. So I was like, I might do this again. I should probably save every bottle we finish.
Yeah,
and
because
I think
what
that's
if one day I want to do that bottle?
right. But I was like, I can't really cut square ones too well on that scoring thing. It's really made more for round bottles. So I'm like, but I'm still going to keep these square bottles because I'm going to find out a way. And then, of course, the wet towel saw takes that, makes short work of that. But yeah, so long way to answer your question, if I had an empty of this and then I finished another one, I would recycle it,
Okay.
unless the label changed or something.
And that's I at the beginning I kind of collected every single bottle that I finished, but then it got to the point more so like firsts, like this was my first one I finished, or this is an older label, or this is like something you can't get again. Those are I was gonna keep, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with that, but just
Right.
in my mind, I had to keep it.
Totally, because for me it was also a little point of pride, and I don't know if I really said this in the episode. Um, I would have friends over, and they would bring a couple new bottles of bourbon we hadn't tried when we were having bourbon nights, and I wanted my collection, even if it was empty, to at least reflect what I had bought, because this was my early 20s. Didn't exactly have a whole lot of disposable income, so if I put money into a bottle, even if it was empty, I still wanted it on the table to people to know, oh, he bought and tried that one.
Yeah, like
looks
this is
looks
what
like he
this
liked it.
dude's
It's
all
empty.
about.
Right. Yeah. So that was kind of like, this is my collection. Yeah, like 5 or 6 on the table are empty, but it's still my collection. This is still what I've had. So what if they're empty? Here's some information for you from George. He says the reason the Spruce Goose only flew, it flew once, is because the U.S. government withdrew support for the project, even though they pirated many aspects of his innovation into giant transportation planes still in use today. I did not know that. Thank you, George. There you go.
Well, now
You're learning things.
I need to figure out this Spruce Goose.
And a super chat from Donnie saying, to the Get Well Sara Fund, and this will help her get well better. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yes, super chats do help her improve, stay healthy, Chad. Thank
and
you.
Every
I'm
super
trying.
chat goes towards a fireball.
Immunity fund. A fireball. Okay. Dang it! I didn't bring any of those home from the
I wasn't talking about you, Chad.
We're
It's
giving those
Memorial Day
out.
weekend. I'm ready to party.
I think I still have some minis of Jaeger around here.
Oh,
Or I have a Malort. I do have a Malort.
I would almost at this point in time, I would much rather have freaking Malort than Jaeger. I hate Jaeger.
Wow.
Opposite
day. Opposite day.
I would do. I have something worse than if we could do a cumulative fund. I have something that I think is probably the worst thing on planet Earth. It's called Wicked Pickle, and I don't think it should even exist.
Not
It's
with that
whiskey.
name.
It's whiskey flavored with pickle. It's bad. It's real
No.
bad.
No. No.
I'll send you some. Don't worry.
Well, we're going overtime.
Yeah, because that's what we do. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend.
We have to have
so
at least one more.
set the price, Trev,
What do you mean?
for this god-awful taking of something. What's
I
the
don't know
super
what
chat
we're
price?
at. I think we need to have a cumulative super chat fund. And
No, it
we will
starts
do
now.
because-
It starts now, son.
Oh, it starts now. I will take mine at the previous, but Chad's can. I think we would hit it. It's bad.
I'm an entrepreneur like Howard Hughes.
I almost
trying to build a big
this
plane.
Wicked Pickle makes me want to die. It's so bad.
Well, I'm trying to think. I mean, I have my island of misfit whiskeys, but I don't want to throw shade to anybody, except in that one episode if we do it. Which, in the
No,
bottle
I-
episode, people
Do
were
it
like,
and
do
throw
it,
the
do it,
shade.
do it, do it, do it. It's so not us, though. So we'll have to do it in a very respectable...
I think
There'll be a lot
what
of
you need to
caveats,
do
you
is
know?
tell
Like a lot of
all us
explainers
right
before.
now, tell all of us right now a little code word that you would give to them, so when they watch it, they know that I'm throwing shade. I'll give a little, like, wow, this is so good. I'm dying.
I'm sorry, there's something in my eye. I think the whole...
Allergies.
Yeah, if we do that episode, the whole episode is going to be about the whiskeys that we purposely put in a cabinet of a collection of things we do not enjoy. So the whole episode is going to be shade, whether we do it as politely and as respectively as we can or not. Because here's it's fun. It's fun to sort of crap on the stuff that we don't like, but I had a little revelation, and I'm sure other people have. It's like that was someone's baby. That was someone's hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. That's someone's favorite whiskey out there in the world. So it's like you gotta treat it with a little bit of kid gloves. Fun is fun, but so that's the whole thing why we haven't done it before. It's like we don't want anyone to be like, well, who do these idiots think they are? This is something that I put my whole being into, and here they are just crapping all over it.
Well,
so
there hasn't been that many that I've had, and we're talking like actual bourbons, not like Wicked Pickle or Malort.
Exactly.
We're talking actual
legit bourbon whiskey. Yeah.
There hasn't been that many, though, that I've tasted, and then I'm just downright wanting to hate on it. I might dislike it, but it's like, it's not for me, but I'm not going to tell you that it's the worst thing I've ever had. There's an asterisk. Yes, there are maybe one or two out there that I would say that about.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's kind of like, don't really care for it.
Well,
it's whatever.
When you come to Kentucky, we'll have to break into the Island of Misfit Whiskeys, and maybe you can try some things you haven't tried before.
I would love to, because, I will... What am I trying to say? I will crap all over your whiskey. If it sucks, it sucks.
So the next time someone asks you to bring a clip, just play that one. I will crap all over your whiskey. End of clip. Well, we got $2 towards this not yet set fund for punishment whiskey. This $2 comes from Nick. He says, here's the Terrible Choices Fund a la Howard Hughes. Thank you, Nick. So we got $2 towards the... What is it, Trev? What do we think we can do here in extra innings? Maybe...
I don't know. I think we need to set something, because this Wicked Pickle's no joke.
How about 75 cumulative dollars? How about that?
Combined. I think we could do it.
Okay. So we got 2 right there. So we need 73 more.
I'm just staring at the bottle over there, and I'm like, it needs to be more.
Well, there've also been some very nice super chats already.
My mouth water.
Yeah, I mean, if we just started the stream, that would not be enough. But there's already been some nice super chats of the evening, so that's why I set it kind of lower. This
I
also kind
really
of
hope that no one comes in. Everyone, don't do this.
I mean, what we got in here right now, 182. I mean, it's a little lower because it is Memorial Day weekend, but it could maybe still happen.
And it's two dudes. Where's Sara when we need her?
2 dudes, no Saras. This is one that I pulled for the theme because Jefferson's Ocean was one that I kind of locked on early, especially when I found the cast strength, which this one is. It's Voyage 10, I think 7. I couldn't find 7. We must have finished it. 7 was the first cast strength voyage. So it's 112 proof. And it's another one that, we don't... I have Oceans 1 through 11. I was like, Oceans 11, I can stop. But...
Great movie.
This 10. Haven't had it in forever, so I thought I'd give it a... Do you have any Oceans?
I don't... That was another one of those bottles that was like, I haven't heard a lot of great things about it. And then the price really was like, well, I haven't heard anything, that good about it. And then now you want me to pay $100 for that bottle?
Right. Yeah.
I'm not, and I just never did it.
Yeah.
I feel like I've definitely tried them. I couldn't tell you a single dang thing about it.
Well, there we go. So we're negative $27 over the limit now.
Oh wait,
I
I think my internet's breaking up, Chad. I think this is all you.
From KC WLW, the proprietor of these fine WLWs that are now sitting over here in our possession. Maybe we just do a shot of that. Shot of WLW.
I will gladly drink some. I don't have WLW. I'll drink something other Weller.
Well, I mean, it definitely deserves. We've not had one of these tonight. A triangle cheers. Oh, very soft one. Very soft one. Thank you, Casey. Casey was a steel driving man.
I really didn't think that was going to happen.
Obviously, have to finish my ocean, which is a lot.
Can I propose something?
Propose away. I'll say
yes,
yes, 1,000 times yes.
This is mainly for me, Chad. I would much rather have like one more pour with you and then finish this. Like this ruins everything I have the rest of the night.
True.
It's done, so my palate's done.
We need to see each of you suffer. What a sadistic chat. Thank you, Tom. No, I agree. I'm with you, Trevor.
Because if I even open this lid right now, the room is done.
You have to move it. You have to put that tent up over the house, and they have to fumigate that like circus tent.
Dude, this stuff is so bad.
Well, I got to figure out what I'm gonna do.
At this point, it doesn't even matter what you do because this is so bad. It's the worst enough for both of us.
That's true. Do you have any virgin bourbon?
Are you no again? Virgin bourbon, isn't that the that was a bottle that wasn't it released in a different state and everyone was saying that was like Heaven Hill bottled in
101 proof Heaven Hill.
Reimagined.
101 Heaven Hill. Yeah. It's bottled in Kentucky. Bardstown, Kentucky. South Carolina?
What state was that released out of?
The Carolinas. I'm trying to remember if it was north or south. Where's Charleston? That's South Carolina.
Charleston,
right?
South Carolina.
Right. That's where we got it, I believe.
Totally guessed.
Right? I'm waiting for the chat to be like, no, you idiot. Yeah, it's basically 101 proof Heaven Hill is the South Carolina and Mississippi. I didn't realize, North Carolina. See, North Carolina and Mississippi.
Charleston.
Didn't realize it was in Mississippi. And excuse my ignorance of geographical locations. Well, I want to have something that we both have. So you name something, I probably have it.
Something that's older, like I'm trying to think back like when we were getting into this. Or maybe me.
Well, my first splurge was a William Heaven Hill, $130 at the distillery. The first LE, I mean, I guess the William Heaven Hill was an LE, but the first LE I stood in line for was a birthday bourbon, followed by a Four Roses small batch LE.
Keep going, brother.
I got some old Bookers.
I do have some Bookers. My oldest one's like 2021, dude.
Okie dokie.
I finished my 2017.
I
had the sip a while.
You got any of the non-93 proof Blantons?
Non-93 proof Blanton?
Straight from the barrel or gold or any of that jazz?
No, I just got a regular old, good old, delicious, pristine
93 proofer.
Blantons.
Okay.
And I have a store pick Blantons, but
Nice.
I have pretty much all of the Wellers, aside from William LaRue Weller.
Okay. I've got those
All
as well.
Pretty much all Stag Junior batches from 2011 to now.
I also have a lot of stag. If you want to pick a stag batch, we could do that too. While you're thinking about it, super chat from David here saying, Trev, you should try doing the one chip challenge with Wicked Pickle Chaser for a Memorial Day fun raiser for a Gold Star charity. There you go. That's a good
I'm
suggestion
telling you right
from
now, David's screwing with me because he watched my one chip challenge that I did. I literally did a live stream of the one chip challenge, and I lost within 30 seconds.
David.
It was so bad.
What's gonna be? Do
Hey.
you want me to grab a Weller or what?
No. Do you have a let's do something weird. Do you have an ultra aged Knob Creek pick? Like an older 14, 15 Knob Creek
I mean, I got our pick, which was a 14-year Mash Made in Heaven.
I mean, that'd be
it's
cool. I just meant like, you know, the
upstairs?
old school Knob Creek picks
Yeah.
where they were 14, 15 years old. I mean, shoot, we could do a Stag Junior.
Let me
You
see.
got like Stag Junior batch 12?
Yeah. Right here.
Because people love Stag Junior and batch 12 is always
132.3. I got that stag.
132.3.
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna drink for the punishment pour. I also do this. I leave the top on. The little...
Oh, the covering.
Yeah. Isn't that annoying?
I honestly try to do that. Some of them don't. Some of them do. That's getting danger low.
This one's getting... I mean, it's more than yours, but it's lower. Just shows you that we really like 12 a lot. Yeah, I do this anal thing. And of course I gotta line up tax strips. Everybody knows that, right? Do you save the shrink wrap? Yes, I put it in an envelope and I file it away, the shrink wrap. Man, I really am Howard Hughes.
I'm guessing you do the same as me. Is like I take like a razor and I'll cut the tax stamp or whatever, just so it lines up perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a monster.
No shame.
All right.
Who just tears the tax
Cheers.
strip off?
I don't know, man. Cheers,
You're
Trev.
crazy.
Ding. Mine's not focusing because my face is still there. There it is. Drink more bourbon. What angle lens you working with?
It's a Sigma 1.4.
16 to 35?
No. Hold on, dude. I'm friggin' drunk. It's a 16 millimeter 1.4.
Okay.
So
16 millimeter
focused.
Sigma 1.4.
It's not a whatever you call it when you can zoom it.
Right, a zoom. It's a prime. Is it full frame? Do you have a full frame camera?
Yep. Sony A7 III.
Okay.
And this lens is full frame.
I'm going to have to look into that. This is a 14. But it's so freaking wide that I have to turn on the 2x stabilization, which punches in. Even though it's on a tripod and it needs no stabilization, I have to do that. Otherwise, it's like you're seeing the entire room. So I have to crop in on this. The 14 is too wide.
I say that this is full, like the lens itself's full frame. I might need to clarify because it very well could be like a, what do they call, like an APC frame lens?
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. Otherwise, you'd have vignetting. And sorry for the geek equipment talk here.
We're
All of a sudden,
nerding out.
folks. No, because I have a 16 to 35 Sigma 1.4, 1.6. I can't remember, but it's APS-C, so I can't go all the
So
way
it
out to
shoots
16
in. It
because I get
zooms
the
in.
vignetting. Yeah. But
And you
that's
use
what I
a
used to
Sony,
use.
You use a Sony full frame camera.
No, sir. Canon. I'm Canon.
Canon. Well,
Canon, love
Sigma
it.
makes Canon, like the Sigma
Yeah.
makes mounts
Well, this
for
is
freaking
a-
every frame camera.
This is a Samyang. Samyang. Or it's basically the same thing as Rokinon, if you know Rokinon.
Oh yeah, Rokinon. I know him.
Oh my god. It's a 2.8. Rokinon is what I shoot for the uncorking set. Those are Rokinons. Those are not autofocus. Those open up to 1.5.
Really?
And I just set focus on Sara, and then I go sit down and do it. Yeah.
Well, I think, man, I truly wish that, like, when I watch y'all's videos and stuff, I can see, like, when you do your B-roll and stuff, I imagine, like, what lens is he using, or what is he doing? There is so much work that goes into just the most simple little thing.
I'm just
to
so
get the
surprised we
coolest
haven't
shot possible. You know,
we haven't dropped a whole bunch of people here. I appreciate it. Yeah,
Whatever,
no,
nerds.
for like, so okay, real quick. I promise this will be the end of the tech talk. For the B-roll, it's honestly a 24 to 105 f4 lens. I wish it was faster, but I need the stabilization on the lens, and my faster lenses don't have the stabilization. So when you're doing a slider, you need that in-lens stabilization. So I go with that f4. But I'm usually like 110. So with that focal length, you're getting pretty good bokeh in the background.
You know what's crazy, dude? Is our styles are so different. Like, I have a lens very similar to that. I never use that.
I mean, I wouldn't if I just coughed up the money to get like a 24 to 70 2.8. But
what I'm saying, though, is that it's crazy to see how good of a shot you get with that lens versus, like, if you watch my B-roll, it's just crazy to me. The styles. It's all depends on the person.
Absolutely. It
And
mainly
how they
comes
shoot
down
their
to the
stuff.
lighting. It comes down to the lighting.
True, because that f4 needs a lot more lighting.
Well, yes, but also how you're diffusing it with the modifiers and blah, blah, blah. I'm actually not happy with this lighting. I don't like it. I want more drama, but it's a small room.
It shows you too well in it.
Thank you.
I want to see Sara.
It's yeah. There's just not enough. It's a small room. It's hard to shoot in. I wish it was different. What are you gonna do? Sean Dobbins, a fellow Canon shooter, saying, "Am I the only one in the chat actually following along and digging this part? Sitting here editing photos as I watch. LOL." I hope you did actually laugh out loud, Sean. Otherwise, it's a
No,
lie.
he definitely did.
Oh, someone didn't like it because we just got another thumbs down. Thank you. KCWW, you should
trolls
contact me.
everywhere.
I have mini Canon lens just sitting in my cabinet. KC, I will for sure contact you. Okay, let's talk about this stag because it's a bourbon show, right?
Yeah.
Damn, summer 2019. Oh, do you remember summer 2019, Trev?
I do remember that vividly.
You were just a baby, couldn't even
Everything
drink yet.
about it. Captain's
You were-
hat.
You were 15, going on 16.
Yeah.
I am 16,
Drinking stag.
going on
Totally
17.
illegally.
Just wearing your blue shirt and captain's hat and nothing else. You were Donald Porky Pig in it. You're a Porky Pig in it.
Absolutely.
It's
It
good
tastes
stuff.
just like
132.3 proof that drinks like a dream.
I will say I have liked future Stag Junior batches better than this one, but I can see why this one has been kind of the staple of people who've tried the stag batches, this just seems like just such a solid, well-rounded batch, especially if you're much more of a fan of the traditional Buffalo Trace profile.
Mm-hmm.
This is like Buffalo Trace, the regular on steroids.
You know, there's definitely different type of whiskey drinkers out there. There's those who can say, my favorite of Stag is the 6th release. I really liked 10. 12 was good. I'm like, I like Stag. What release now? Like that, my brain just doesn't. I know I remember liking 12, but people were like, oh yeah, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C 917 is my favorite so far. I'm like, dude, I got to do a blind flight to tell you. I have no idea. What about you?
Honestly,
are you programmed that way? How are you?
I've gotten to the point where like I can tell you kind of. I mean, I can tell you my favorite Stag batch and I can tell you my favorite Elijah Craig Barrel Proof batch, and I think what it is I have programmed it in my mind that is my favorite batch. That way every time they come out with a new batch, I want to blind it with my favorite. And if it doesn't beat my favorite, then therefore that's still my favorite.
I got you.
If that makes sense. So maybe, maybe my taste has changed and that's not my favorite anymore.
Well, of course it has. It does. You know, we from experience, from trying other things, and also age. I mean, age changes the palate, you know. And then also what you've had to eat that day, and there's so many things. Was it you, Trev, who cited a specific whiskey, and he was like, "Have you tried this out?" You said, "Have you tried this outside?" That
was me. I literally texted you and said, "You guys need to test this." It was a 1792 full proof.
Okay. Which is delicious anywhere you're sitting.
I promise you, though, and I stand by that to this day. You taste that bottle inside, and then if you pour you a glass and you smelled it and tasted it inside, and then immediately go outside and do the same thing, it's like it's different.
Totally. Well, that's got to be, you know, we sort of talked about that with our Matt Madness training. One day, it was one of the first like really nice days in Kentucky, so we were drinking out on the deck and we were doing some Matt Madness training, and Sara and I were sort of blinding each other, and we were doing really well. We were doing great. And then a couple days later, we continued training, and we did it all inside because it wasn't as nice out. I think it might have been raining or something. It was a nasty day, and we were just completely missing proofs. And I was like, is this because the other day we were outside? Like that was the only variable aside it being a different day, different, you know, olfactory, different, you know, what you had to eat, different, all that, all the variables. But the main one that I could think of that I could pinpoint was this other day we were drinking them outside. Today we're drinking them inside, and we're completely missing them.
I am such a firm believer. I would never do that. I think in fact, there are some whiskeys that I drink outside that I dislike. But then when I drink them inside, I like them.
Or you like...
They change that much to me.
You taste them wearing pants, and the next time you're not wearing pants, you're like, it tastes so much better when I'm not wearing pants.
Now, I haven't gone that deep.
Do I just not wear pants now? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same principle. Yeah, pretty much. Now, there was the only Jefferson Presidential, whatever it's called, Jefferson's Presidential, I think, that we own was the latest one. It was like a 16-year-old double oak. It was when they changed the bottle shape.
Is the Presidential, like, is that like the special thing that they do?
Yeah, that's like their LE, and it doesn't come out every year. It's just whenever it can. And we're lucky enough to get a bottle. It was $200 at the distillery, and we're like, yeah, it's pretty good, pretty solid. And then someone in the chat or something, someone emailed us. It said, try it in a Norland, the Norland glass. We're like, all right, cool. Poured in that, tried it. So much better. Now, I'm a firm believer that Norland either helps or hurts the whiskey, and it completely depends on what you're pouring in it. It can help it. It can hurt it. It can sometimes neutral, not really do anything. But it definitely changes it. Definitely, I don't know. Glassware does change things. But that Jefferson's Presidential in a Norland, much better experience.
See, I think there's weird things like that, and I think they're the only way to tell is to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Take things outside, try things in different glasses. They're gonna change, and you might actually find something either A, you like more, or B, you don't want to do that again. But how do you know unless you do it?
Exactly. Much testing is needed. That's why we always say, like, you know, when we do our blind bets of the year, it's always the caveat of if we'd had the time, the resources, and the sample size, we would have done this blind 10 times over and taken the average, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, you can't. Want to, but can't. But this is really good. I like this stag. I need to figure out what's going to be my punishment pour, unfortunately.
I hope you take all night, Chad. Because I keep staring at this bottle and I just want it to burn.
Well, I'm going to bring you to the forefront for a little while I figure out what I'm going to get. So,
go grab your punishment.
Entertain the folks.
I'll tell everyone about my punishment. Wicked Pickle. Spicy pickle flavored whiskey. Their slogan, and this is what really sold me and what really made me believe in this company and in how they view whiskey. One stiff pickle. That's all you need to know. A shot of whiskey is nice, but wait until you try it with a little pickle spice. Wow, you really sold me there. That's exactly what I want with my whiskey. This was like $19. I recommend all of you to stay away from this, and in fact, burn it with fire. Napalm it. Whatever you want to do. This has got to go. This should not exist. Whatever Chad brings, I'm telling you right now, this is going to make up for the both of us. So, what are you guys drinking? Let's just do that. What are you guys drinking? Please, for the love of God, pour something good. It's Sunday. It's Memorial Day weekend. We should be drinking something good. I want to know. I want to know what you're drinking. What is your go-to? Let me put it this way. Focus. What is your go-to kind of Sunday evening pour? I'm sure a lot of you guys have been drinking all day with your family outside, whatever you're doing. Maker's Mark Steve series. Okay, David. Just trying to impress me.
Okay, I'm back.
Old Scout. Have you decided?
Well, I brought options.
That's not a good sign.
I brought straight up an actual bourbon.
That's even a worse sign.
I mean, I would kind of prefer this one. It's called Lazy River. I think it may only be sold at Total Wine. I'm not sure.
In fact, I think they sourced it straight from a lazy river out of a theme park.
Yeah, one of the, yeah. It's 90 proof. Ain't bad. It says bottled by Distillers Products, Fairfield, California.
Huh.
Distilled in Kentucky, though. It's probably just super young bourbon.
It is promising that it's in a little bottle, though. Like, someone must believe in this.
It's,
you know?
I see Nair and H statement, which They should if it's under 4 years, right? So that, hey folks, let's do this one. I have some Jepson's Malort liqueur that has, been tasted on. And then I found this little, some asshole patron gave this to us, a Jaeger little set from back in the day.
Wow.
So that's my...
What a great person.
That's my selection to drink on. I will leave it up to the chat.
I hope they tell me that like Trev needs to drink Malort over this pickle.
I can't believe that anything would be worse than Malort. Except maybe Vegemite.
I've never tried Vegemite. But I'm telling you, after trying this, I am literally more willing to grab the Malort than drink this. Like, I actually want people to tell me, Trev, please grab the Malort.
Wow. That's saying something.
I hate this stuff. I loathe it.
I hate pickles, so I probably hate that.
Yeah. This is your bane. This is the bane to your existence.
Yeah. We got Nick with Super Chat saying Jaeger. And some people have been saying to mix all three together.
No, don't do that, dude. We don't want to kill Chad. We just want him to hurt. We want to hurt him.
I don't know. I'm thinking if I can dilute this Malort with two other things.
Whoa. You have a little baby Malort?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
They make that?
Mm-hmm.
What a joke. What a joke.
Focus.
Malort just needs to... I'm done with them. They got
everything I
Malorts.
have. Everything I have is baby.
In fact, that's all you need to own. I'm doing the pickle.
Come on. Come on. There you go. Just go to bed. Thank you, Tony.
Tony, please. Please end this. Oh my god. Dude, I'm not kidding. I literally saw this and I bought it for a joke because I was like, there's no way that's good. I knew that this was bad. I didn't know until I bought it that it was spicy pickle, which is just even worse than regular pickle.
Mm.
And it definitely lives up to its name of spicy pickle.
Hey, there's that bot. Welcome back, bot. If we could get one of those mods to kill that, that'd be... Thank you. They were all about you the other night.
Yeah, they were all over my channel, dude. It was crazy. It's the same one. It's the same bot that was over at mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, love them.
At least they're in HD. That's nice.
I did try and click the link. All the mods banned them before I could click it, but they're very convincing bots.
Oh, the sales pitch is incredible.
Dates. Come on, you get a date.
Naked HD fun. If we're gonna have fun, I want it to be in HD. I'm gonna do the Malort because it's the worst thing on the table.
I applaud you. I really do. Malort shouldn't exist either.
Those Chicago people don't know what they're talking about.
They are doing it on purpose. They just want to see people suffer, is what they're doing. Just like these people.
They knew that Whiskey Tube would be a thing, and it would be a punishment. So I gotta, give it to them for the forethought. Oh, why did I smell it? Why did I smell it? Like it's a whiskey? What am I doing?
You ready,
All right.
Chad?
I'm ready, Trev.
I have a statement to say, but I would much rather say it
Last
after
words?
this. Yeah.
Okay.
If I can survive. And by if, I mean I am going to.
Ooh.
I'm so mad. I am so mad.
I'm not happy
these
about that.
People. That's all I taste. It lingers so hard. Just
We can do a chaser, right?
yeah, do whatever you want. I'm gonna sit here and bask in this because I'm so mad. I'm so mad. It's this is how I described this on my channel. Dickle Tabasco and pickle juice is literally what it tastes like. It's and now all I taste is just this Tabasco pickle in my mouth.
I'm going to go back to the start of the episode and pour a little Jim Beam choice. Because that was not my choice.
That's all I taste. That's all I taste.
Oh, it's a palate runner. Oh, the
I don't even
finish.
know what to pour next.
The finish.
.101 classic. Dennis Weedman. So Trev, long finish? Yeah. In fact, hold on. I was about to pour that into my pickle glass. That would have killed me.
80 proof doesn't work.
Malort will linger for quite some time.
Yeah, a couple days.
Smells great.
Do you see any difference in the taste of 101 when they went to the new bottle? Because people always think when you change a bottle or you change a label that something's changed inside.
Okay. I haven't actually side-by-sided the old turkey to the new turkey. I might be a victim of persuasion.
So much better.
And tell me this. I mean, I don't know because I've never side-by-side them. I remember pouring this and was like, man, that kind of tastes... It tastes sweeter to me. Like I'm getting more of a cherry note that I never got on the 101.
Mm.
And then I started watching the review videos and I felt like that's what they were saying about it. So then I was like, well, am I crazy or is there something different about this crap?
Well,
but I don't know.
So I think it's this. The reason for people to side-by-side them is when a label change happens. You don't think to take a 2020, a 2021, and a 2022 and try them side by side
because you got to
because
think
until
how
2022
those even be?
The label hadn't changed, right? But if you did like a 19, a 20, a 20, 20, you know, like if I go back, we have some that are like 2015 tastes completely different from like a 2020.
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying because you're at that point when you get the new label, you aren't doing new label versus old label. You're doing that batch versus this batch. And if you took this label versus the next batch of this new stuff, they would probably be different too.
Right.
And you
because
only
we had this
notice there's a difference
when there's a
label
reason
changed.
to notice. Yes.
Yes.
So we had this handle of, I think it was like 2012 Turkey 101, and it was just magical. And every time people would come over, we'd pour it for them. They'd be like, yes, this is something special. And I asked Eddie Russell himself, like, what were you doing different back then? And he was like, I was putting the same age stuff in it that I am today.
So he's
and
literally
like,
saying it's the same freaking crap.
I believe you. there's no reason for me to doubt you. However, the barrels that were made back then were from different trees, different species of oak, blah, blah, blah. Water, so many variables, just like what you had to eat, if you're drinking it outside, if,
Totally.
so there's things that are out of control. Yes, out of your control. You could be putting the same, I'm blending up to 9-year-old stuff in that, just like I was back in 2015. And I believe you, don't have any reason not to believe you. But there were some variables that were outside of your control that made that taste a little different than it does today. So when
And
a
I
new
would
label
even
comes out, people are like, yeah, let's try it back to back. Ah, it's different. Like, yes. But if you taken two of the same labels and tried those of different years back to back, those would also be different. So
Yeah.
did they purposely change anything? Did they
No.
change the size of the small batch? Did they change the years that were blended in? Probably not. Are you tasting a difference? Probably. Is it for the reasons you think you are? Probably not.
I agree with you 100%. I don't think they changed the label. And I said this the whole time. For one, a lot of the times, if you just understand business, when they do a rebranding, it's just the bottle. They're just changing the look of the bottle. They're
Right.
literally pouring. All this crap has been planned years in advance. All of these barrels are lined up, ready to go years in advance. So they know, like, they didn't change the recipe 8
Right.
years ago. Like, you know what? In
Right.
2022, we're going to change the label
We're
and
gonna
put
change
new
it.
stuff in it.
That's a perfect
No,
time to
it's the
also change the
same.
recipe.
It's the same crap, just in
Yeah.
different. You just don't ever think about comparing it to previous batches because you are getting the same bottle, the same label. You don't
There's no
think about
reason
it.
to
You
think
don't,
to try them side by side.
but guess what? And they are close enough. I will tell you, they're close enough to where you
Hmm.
wouldn't ever question it until the label changes. Then you're like, well, we should compare it. Oh, whoa, look, it is different. Guess what? They were all
Yeah.
different.
Right.
You just never thought
Every
about
batch is different.
comparing different bottles.
Exactly. What do you think of the new label, by the way? Just the aesthetics, because I do not like it as well as the old bottle. I'm
No,
all
the old
about
bottle was
change.
cooler. I like
The
the
old bottle is
embossed
so
turkey.
much better.
The embossed
Yeah,
turkey is cool.
that's
The rest of the
yes.
bottle, it just doesn't give the same feel.
No, it sure doesn't. We got a super chat here from Michael, and thanks for everyone for sticking around with us so long. There's still 165 in here, and we appreciate that. This is from Michael S. He says, "Sorry, I'm late. That's okay. We're going into double
Michael, late.
overtime
You're
here.
just on time,
Uh,
brother.
I was visiting Savage and Cook Distillery in California, San Francisco Bay Area. Here's a small contribution to buy Sarah some chicken soup to make her to make her feel better. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. I will cowbell
Awesome.
cheers you. A very gentle one. That's how we do it now in the almost 10 o'clock hour.
You went into well over extra innings, and you know what, Chad? You didn't give me a time frame, but I'm glad I drug you into extra innings because it's Memorial Day, and
You did drug me. You drugged me good.
okay, you had to go ahead and put that on camera.
That'll be your clip. I'm glad that I drugged you. You have so many choice clips when the next person asks you to show a clip. You got murder. You got crapping on my whiskey. You've got I'm glad I drugged you. So many. Just do a smash cut of those choice phrases, Trev.
I have nothing to say. I'm ashamed for my actions.
The defense rests.
And Chad, shut up and smell this rag.
Does this smell like chloroform? Huh?
What? Huh?
I guess we should probably land this spruce moose goose, because we are into the overtime, and that's okay because it is a holiday weekend. Hopefully, you guys don't have to go to work tomorrow. I do want to say, the reason why this is a holiday weekend is to honor those who did not come back. As you honestly, Trev, so eloquently put in your live stream the other day on Friday, those who did not return for fighting for our freedoms. We do want to raise a glass here, in all seriousness, in the end, to those. And thank you, Trev. The reason why I called upon you, not only because you're a great dude and I love hanging out with you, is because you have served. And we do appreciate that greatly. So this last dram, if you will, is to all those who have served and who cannot join us currently for that. So thank you so much.
And I would like to add, because I did
Please.
this like 17 times Friday.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I think a lot of people want to thank veterans on this weekend, and I think, you have 364 other days to do so, and I appreciate it every other day. Today, and I think this weekend specifically, is to set aside for my brothers and sisters who did not come back. And I think, and I'm saying this with utmost, every person I ever served with, I think they would want the same, what I'm about to say. I think they would want us to go and drink and they have fun and have a great weekend. Like, there's not a single person I served with who would say, dude, you need to be sad all weekend. I think we need to have a great weekend and drink and party and do whatever we want. But I think it's important for all of us to stop and reflect and just take a moment. Just pour you a glass and reflect on what this weekend's about. And how many people did not come home because they were fighting and serving for us. So that's what I raise my glass to, is everyone who went over there and did not come back. And, that's why I'm here, and I'm honored to have served with them. But those are my heroes. And, I'm going to party all freaking weekend for those guys because they gave everything for me. They would have died for me 1,000 times over. So let's raise a glass to that.
Damn. Well said. Thank you, Trev.
Man, I freaking love those guys. I love them. I love them so much. So
I
tell you what, they could have outdrank every one of you. They
deserve so much more. But yes, this is one of the least things that we can do.
They might not have a good of a collection as you, Chad, but they could outdrink you, I promise you.
I don't doubt it. I can out-collect them, maybe, but not outdrink them. That's for sure.
You could out-collect them and could out-collect the empty bottles.
Yes, I could out-empty them. Cumulatively, but not in a single setting. Yeah, no, for sure. Very well said, Trev, and I appreciate that.
One sitting, you couldn't stand a chance.
Nah, that's for sure. There you go. Put this up there. Couldn't have said it better, Trev. That's true.
I love our veteran community so much. That's I harp on it. I love the veterans.
You're getting all kinds of love here, man. Yep.
Semper Fi. Go eat some crayons, dude. I love you.
Lots of really good messages there at the end. And wowzer, wow, we almost completely double overtimed it, but as you said, Trev, this is a time to celebrate, and we did. And I think we did. I mean, it wasn't quite the level of normally having Sara here, but it was still a really good time, and I really enjoyed myself, and I hope you guys did too. And I thank you again, Trev, for joining us. If you are not subscribed to Trev at the Bourbon Wrench, you need to go do that. If anyone wants to put a link besides Naked HD Fun in the chat to subscribe to Trev,
Wait, they're here.
They're here. They're like, what? Memorial Day? A somber, a very truthful moment? Let me advertise this porn site real quick. Seems like the right time. Seems like the right time for a hot, naked, wet fun.
My mod powers do not work on the thing we're doing.
You know, I said it in your intro. You were an early commenter in the chat. You were an early deputized as a moderator with the Blue Wrench. You've been one of the longest moderators. I haven't been keeping count, so I don't know if you are the longest or not, but one of the longest. I
might say I was probably... I think I might have been number one because back then we didn't have stuff like this. And I remember there was a time where that was popping up, and I'm like, I mean, I'm here every time, like, just mod me and I'll ban them. And you know, it was much more a simple time back then.
Oh, a simpler time.
Simpler times.
But yeah, you were one of the definitely the early mods and one of the longest running mods, and then you went off and created your own channel, and I think I remember you saying you were nervous to tell us that you created a channel for some reason.
I was so nervous because I don't know why.
I had to find out from someone else.
Advertise to you, like I didn't want to be like, hey guys, I have a channel. Like I didn't want to be that guy because
I can respect that. I
want to have fun, and the people who want to come will come, and I don't want to be like, guys, come subscribe to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I'll be that guy. I'll be that guy. Guys, go subscribe to Trev, please. If you haven't already, you've sat here with us for the past 2 hours. You know he's awesome. He's like this on all of his videos. So go subscribe to him, the Bourbon Wrench, and give his videos some views and some love and some thumbs ups and some comments and help that algorithm and all that crap.
We also have this many porn bots on my stream too, so it's great.
Yeah, you do.
It's a great time.
I saw that the other night. I saw that Friday. You sure did. But you handle them in probably a more entertaining way. You read them.
I read every single one of them.
Yeah.
Gotta love them.
Yeah. So.
Well, hey, I truly appreciate you. Just some backstory, everyone. Chad messaged me at like 10 a.m. this morning, asking if I was on the lake. No idea why he would ask that.
Normally, you're on the lake with your captain's hat.
Well, I'm here.
You are here.
I
We
truly
appreciate
you asking me, dude. Especially just you being like my biggest influential channel ever. And you invite me. That's awesome. I truly appreciate you. So,
come on.
Come on.
Shut up, Joe.
Take the compliment.
Oh, okay. Just the take it part. That's your another edit for your best of reel.
Take it. Shut up. Take it.
There it is. All right. Well, we have officially in 1 minute made it to a complete double overtime. You know we're going to stay on until we hit that 10 o'clock hour, which is coming really soon. But we are wrapping it up. So I have to thank. I've already given all the plugs to Trev. Make sure you do go subscribe to him. Thank you, Captain Trev Wilson, for joining us. This has been Colonel Chad Perkins, because I am a Kentucky Colonel. Do I outrank you? I don't know.
You outrank me so hard, dude.
So hard. Well, there you go. It's no big deal. But thanks so much, guys. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out with us for 2 hours. We love you all so much. It's officially 10 o'clock. It's officially a double overtime. Wowzers. Don't get used to it. But we'll see you next time, right?
Well,
thanks so much.
Until next time you see me on here, 9 p.m., whatever. 10 p.m. for
Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right, thanks so much, guys. We will hopefully be chatting Sarah next Sunday. We really appreciate it. Thanks so much, and drink more bourbon.